Good morning everybody, it's Wednesday the 3rd of June today, and you know what they say, Flaming June? Well, I think this might be Flaming June in a slightly different way, because today, as you can see, we're back to a breeze, grey skies, it's drizzling, and kind of British summer as we're used to, not this glorious, blisteringly hot, lovely weather that we've been having for the last few weeks. But in all fairness, the gardens desperately needed it. Our poor back garden was absolutely bone dry, and hopefully it'll have washed a bit of the muck off as well from the foam last week. So as you can see, this is Cleveleys prom. If you came down here last week, you would have known that it had been busy, everybody's been out paddling, sunbathing. We're going to go down here and we're going to walk along the bottom of the steps, I think. Yeah, so everybody's had a lovely week, paddling, sunbathing, flying kites, riding horses, doing all the things that you do normally on a beach in summer. It's been boiling. In fact, if anything, it's been a bit too hot. And yesterday morning I felt a bit overcome by the heat, I must admit, because we're not really used to it, are we? This is more what we're used to. We're used to grey and dreary, and you can see, look, as well, that all the sand's come back up in the water. Remember how beautifully clear it was when it was blowing from the east? In fact, you can also, while I'm stood here, you can also see that it's blowing the water from the northwest. Can you see that the waves are coming in this direction towards us? They're coming from right to centre of screen. And that's why it's turned cool apparently, because the north wind doth blow and we shall have snow. Well, maybe not snow, but according to the rhyme, when the north wind blows we shall have snow. And what will the robin do then? So it's driven everybody back inside. So now everybody's back to doing the baking and the cooking and the crafts, instead of enjoying fresh air. So we'll scoot just across these little steps at the bottom here, and then we'll have a little walk this morning on Cleveleys Promenade. It had been my full intention this week to go to Blackpool, and I've kind of split the seafront into sections that coordinate to pages that we've got on the Live Blackpool website, so that everything sort of matches and ties in. And then, lo and behold, the weather broke. It's not really much point doing it in weather like this. Might as well do it on a nice day, or at least a dry day. Can you just see the top of the ogre there? That's the top of his head. Poor thing, fancy being drowned twice a day. I don't know, he had to have a snorkel tube, didn't he? My favourite sound, that. I love it when it's warm enough and you can have the doors open at home and just sit listening to the sea on the beach and the pebbles. And every day I always say, doesn't that sound nice? Doesn't that sound nice? And of course there is a full Sounds of the Sea playlist. If you're one of the unfortunate ones that's got to stop in until the end of June and you're missing it, you can just sit and listen to waves. So there's a bit of a strand line here, look, so this must be where the last high tide came to, and you can see that we're back to the plastic forks and other assorted pieces of rubbish. Although having said that, there's a fraction washed up to what they've had on other beaches. It's been really quite heartbreaking to see. And you think how much effort people put into keeping it clean. Apparently it's going to fine up this afternoon, or so they say. We shall have to see. It's nice for it to be quiet for once. It seems to have been busy for forever, amen. It's lovely to see people enjoying the beach though. Just like when we were young and the Great British Coast was in its heyday, and that's what you did, didn't it? You came on a beach holiday in the summer and you packed your bucket and spade. In fact, my ambition as a kid, my ambition now is to be a street sweeper, but as a kid my ambition was to be a deck chair seller. And looking back, there were obviously students that had got summer jobs in Blackpool, and you remember the great big stacks of deck chairs that were covered in tarpaulins, and if you didn't get there early enough they'd all gone. And they used to stand there with an absolutely glowing tan because they were outside every day selling the deck chairs, and they gave you a ticket if you remember. Like a bus ticket, and they had one of those little machines that Cleveleys used to have where you sort of wind the handle and out comes a ticket. Oh, I did want to be a deck chair seller. Quite funny really looking back on it, isn't it? Just imagine how calm I'd have been. I'd have been that tranquil. I'd have been so laid back. I'd have been horizontal. Oh, that's windy. I think we'll go this way, shall we? I'm walking with my back to the wind, so hopefully it'll not be too noisy on the microphone, because even with the microphone with a fluffy on it, it's still noisy. I told you I've been going through old videos and things while I've had a little bit more time, and the quality of some of the really old ones, when I very, very first started doing things about 10-11 years ago, I had a little handheld camera. I think it was an Olympus. Wasn't not particularly good one and not a particularly bad one. And I found some bits of video off that, and they are so bad you can hardly tell what you're looking at. The audio's awful, and the picture is just one motley pixelated patch. So just shows you how technology's moved on. A few people have asked what I use to do these videos, and all I use is my iPhone. I got an iPhone X last summer, and I do everything on that. It's very good image quality, and it's got good image stabilisation as well. So there you have it. Right, we're at the end of Beach Road now at Cleveleys. So you never know, if it does brighten up one day we might get to Blackpool. Can't say I'm keen on videoing in crowds though. I get such a lot of funny looks. Yeah, funny looks anyway. They're saying it's that mad woman. Right, I'll leave you on that lovely beautiful view. Rain or shine, it's always lovely. Look at the edge of the water lapping on the beach. Don't forget to subscribe if you've enjoyed this film, and we'll be making plenty more interesting places over the course of time. See you later. Have a nice day.